We're going to take a look at our NEMA enclosures. So we're going to be working off a couple different tables. This is for indoor hazardous locations. These are my enclosure types, 7, 8, and 9, okay? If for some reason I'm talking about indoor non-hazardous locations, these are 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 12, and 13. These are non-hazardous indoors. And then my other chart here is for outdoor non-hazardous, okay? So let's just take a couple look at these real quick. The first one right here is showing a chemical right here, and it's inside. So this is going to be hazardous. So I need to go to the indoor hazardous location. So here's my enclosures for indoor hazardous locations. And if I go and start reading what kind of chemicals I'm looking at, it says right here. There it's listed. It's going to be a class 1 enclosure, and it says that I'm going to need a 7 and 8 class 1 groups D. So this is saying a combination 7 and 8 D is the type of enclosure that I would have to pick for this. And basically what that says is that is how sealed up this enclosure is going to be, how much spacing it's going to be required and stuff like that, okay? Because you don't want to have any sparks here that might cause us to explode. Let's look at another one. This one is even more dangerous, it looks like, because we have grain dust in the air. Grain dust is really explosive. So if for some reason there's any sparks here, this is going to blow up. So you're probably going to need a totally enclosed fan-cooled motor, and you're also going to need an enclosure that's really totally enclosed and is spark-proof, okay? So let's take a look. It's definitely indoors. It's hazardous. And if you see that you're talking about grain dust here, you're going to need a class 2 enclosure, and it looks like you're going to need a 9G enclosure. All right, and that's what you'd have to go, and that would guarantee that if you won't get any sparks here and you won't get an explosion. Let's look at a couple more. This one right here. So this is showing your air conditioner on the outside of your house. Now your air conditioner probably only runs in the summer. It's on the outside of your house, and it's going to get wet. So it's not gonna get any snow on it. It's not gonna freeze. So if we're looking outdoor, non-hazardous, because your air conditioner is not gonna blow up. So if I go to my outdoor non-hazardous, basically ingress of water, it's going to get a little water and sleet and some foreign objects like wind. That's what it's going to be exposed to. But there's really, not much going on here. So probably any one of these are going to work here, a 3 or a 3R or something like these. I'm going to say that this is just going to probably need a 3, a class 3 or a NEMA 3 enclosure, and it's pretty inexpensive. This one right here is something on the side of your house. Looks like it is related to your electrical service coming in. And it's going to be, once again, rain and sleet, just like the air conditioner was. But I don't know where this house is, so maybe it's going to be exposed to the elements a little bit more, maybe freezing in the winter, okay? So once again, it's a non-hazardous. If I go to the non-hazardous and I see that sleet, they may be operable when it is ice covered. Yep, so I'm just moving down this chart here a little bit, and it looks like I'm going to need a 3S enclosure, all right? And a 3S enclosure is just going to be a little bit different than this one, a little bit heavier duty, a little bit sealed up, less ventilated, because we don't want water to get in there and then it to freeze, all right? Let's do some more. Here's an, looks like a cement mixer, likely running outdoors, and if they have it hooked up, because they're showing a hose on here, so it's going to be a non-hazardous, but it's going to get drenched with hose because there's usually a lot of water affiliated with that. Hose is very directed spray, so let's see if we can do our outdoor non-hazardous. Well, let's see, I need rain, sleet, foreign objects, hose down. Here's my hose down. If for some reason I'm going to get tons of water just dumped right on it, I'm going to need a NEMA 4 enclosure or a 6. One of these are going to work right here. So we're going to have at least a 4 on this one. And this one right here is an indoor. It looks like a solar collection system, solar panel system. And there isn't probably anything too dangerous about this. So it's going to be an indoor, non-hazardous. And if we come here, there's there's not much going on here. There's no water inside of there. There's no dust or anything that's going to explode. So this is going to be probably the least expensive one. You're going to have like probably a 1 or 2 enclosure type of enclosure here, and that would allow you to connect your stuff up and secure it and keep it safe. Here's another one. This is an outdoor, and we already kind of looked at this one. Refrigeration. This is non-hazardous, outdoor, and we probably want to do a little bit of service here. Outdoor non-hazardous probably depends on if you're in the winter and it's going to be freezing or not. So you're probably looking at a 3 or a 4 enclosure here. I'm just going to put a 4 on here. Maybe it because it's industrial and you might see some other activity there. Okay. Finally, we have an outdoor and we have a tank with flammable liquids. Well, you say, well, that's outdoors, but it's still outdoors and it's hazardous because this could explode. So you don't have any outdoor hazardous charts, but because it's a Class 1 Division 1 location, we need to take a look at the Class 1 enclosures that were listed for indoor hazardous locations. Okay, so it's going to be a Class 1. We will use this chart. It's gasoline. They said it was flammable, so something like gasoline, and it's coming right here. We're going to need a 7 and 8D, 7-8D enclosure, and that will be a little bit more spark proof than just having an open enclosure or something like that if something's made, because we do not want that to explode. Okay. So that's how to use these charts to identify what NEMA enclosure you would need.